You're acting pretty toxic. No, you're toxic. You need to stop being so critical. No, you're critical. You're really naggy. No, you're naggy. Do those sound familiar? Have you ever noticed that when you try to hold a toxic person accountable, they have the absolute worst comebacks in human history? I mean, genuinely, the worst. I want to hear the absolute dumbest, laziest comebacks a toxic person has ever thrown at you. Drop them in the comments below right now so we can all have a laugh. But stay a while, because we need to break down this hilarious science of why they do this. Honestly, whenever I call out a certain person's behavior and they try to flip it on me like that, it instantly reminds me of Towley from South Park. You know that scene where they tell him, "You're just a towel," and his only response is, "No, you're a towel." Like, bro, get your own comebacks. It's embarrassing. Sorry, that seems really funny in my head. But there's actually a fascinating psychological reason why their brain completely freezes up and resorts to a playground insult. In psychology, the behavior is a mix of regression and defensive mirroring. When you confront a normal, mature adult with their problem, their brain processes the information. They might get defensive at first, but they can use their vocabulary to say, "I disagree with that, and here's why." They stay operating like an adult. But when you confront an unhinged person who lacks total self-awareness, their ego experiences a massive, terrifying threat. They cannot handle the reality that they are doing something wrong. So their brain panics and instantly regresses. They literally slide backwards in maturity until they are emotionally operating like a 5-year-old on an elementary school playground. They lose the ability to form complex thoughts. So they just grab whatever word you just used, pack it into a snowball, and throw it right back at your face. They genuinely believe that if they say the word back at you, it magically erases the fact that you did it first. You know, it reminds me of like, "I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks to you." I've actually had this person say that to me. Actually, that's actually kind of funny if I think about it now. I don't remember the conversation, but they have said that. It's crazy. And they're old, so that's weird. If you call them narcissistic, they look at you and say, "You're a narcissist." If you tell them they're crossing a boundary, they say, "You're crossing a boundary." It's like their brain is a broken photocopy machine that can only print out exactly what you just fed into it. And honestly, it's a massive confession. When a toxic person uses the Towley defense on you, they are giving away their entire hand. They are admitting that they don't actually have an argument. They are admitting that your point is so accurate and the truth hits so close to home that they have absolutely nothing to say in their defense. So how do you handle it when someone hits you with the "you're a towel" routine? You hit them right back with a "yeah, I'm dry glue and you're hot rubber. So actually everything you say to me slides off of me and gets stuck to you." Just kidding, don't say that. You do not argue with a toddler. The biggest mistake you can make is trying to defend yourself against a playground comeback. The second they say, "No, you're the one who's critical," and they start saying, "How am I critical? Give me an example," you lose. You just let a 5-year-old steer the adult conversation into the mud, because they will just argue and deny every example you give them anyway. Instead, you just look at the absurdity of it, smile internally, and stick to the original fact. Let them scream at the wall. You cannot have an adult conversation with someone whose brain completely shuts down the second they are asked to look in the mirror. That whole playground dynamic is just next level ridiculous. If you haven't already, make sure to drop the absolute laziest, dumbest comeback a toxic person has ever used against you in the comments below. Let's have a laugh and expose the pattern. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend who needs a good laugh about their toxic ex or family member, and hit the follow button so you don't miss the next video.